Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dhanesh here. So today we are going to discuss about how we can train and test a machine learning model. So here we are covering the most fundamental concepts related to a machine learning model. So in the previous videos also we covered this machine learning. It's a subset of artificial intelligence. Here the computers are used to learn data. So it is the ability of a machine to learn data using mathematics, statistical techniques, and algorithms. So that's what we discuss in machine learning. And the word, this also we already discussed, the word machine learning, it is coined by Arthur Samuel. See, while he was working in IBM in 1959, when he was working in IBM, he designed a program to play checkers. See, what he learned in 1959, what he learned is the program he designed is improving during the course of time. The program he designed is improving during the course of time. Hence, that's why he coined the word machine learning. That's the basic. This is the fundamental concept. This is the way the machine learning is originated. That scientist that we call it is Arthur Samuel. He was working in IBM. And see, what you need to understand, see, in a normal programming, see, when you are doing a C programming, Java programming, C++, anywhere, you have an input, then the input is given to a program and you will get the output. This is what normally happens in a normal program. So when the input is given to a program, you will be getting an output. This is the case related to a normal program. See, now the thing is how we can come up with a machine learning model. See, what is happening, this is the case related to a normal program, but what is a machine learning model, or how we are, how we can come up with a machine learning model. So before getting into that simple concepts related to this, see, again I want to talk about data. See, data, anything. See, your phones, you are having photos, videos, you have tweets, x-rays, all these things. Even we covered these aspects in the previous videos. All these things are, you get data. All these are all data. So this data, from a data science point of view or a machine learning point of view, there are two types of data. One is the labeled data and another one is the unlabeled data. Unlabeled data means, see, labeled data, you can call it as the testing data. Labeled data or testing data. Unlabeled data, you can, labeled data, you can call it as the training data. Really sorry. Labeled data is also known as the training data, and unlabeled data is known as the, testing data. See, what does it mean is, for example, you have the photos of animals. See, the photos of animals like, horse, tiger, lion, see, all these animals, cat, everything is, you are having these photos. But it's not written whether this is a horse, this is a tiger, so it's not written there. Then that data we can call it as unlabeled data. It is very difficult for a machine learning model to process the unlabeled data. But if it is written there, you think of This is cat, it is written there. This is horse, this is lion, it's written there. Then we call it as the labeled data. It's for a machine learning model to process the labeled data. It's really easy. So labeled data, you can call it as the training data as well. Unlabeled data, you call it as the testing data. So this is all about the data. So there are two types of data. One is labeled data and unlabeled data. See, how do we come up with the machine learning model? So the process here we use is, first we will give the labeled data to the machine learning algorithm, and we will train the algorithm, train this model. See, we will, that's what that's what Arthur Samuel discovered. So the program is improving when we train a program. The program he designed is improving. In the same way, we can give labeled data to a machine learning algorithms. Those are all mathematical steps. You know what is an algorithm. So when we give this labeled data to a machine learning algorithm, and we can train this machine learning algorithm, so it will be so that we can come up with a machine learning model. This machine learning model we will test. We will test it with unlabeled data. For example, you have the photos of animals. Those contains horse, lion, tiger. You want to segregate the photos of tiger from it. So all type of photos are there, but you want to use your machine learning model to segregate the photos of tiger from it. So first you will give the labeled data. You will tell this is the input, all type of animals photos we are giving. The output from a machine learning perspective, the output we call it as the target variable. That is another term. See, the output we normally call it as the target variable. Okay, so from these photos we need to segregate the photos of tigers. So the output is tiger. First we will feed the model with a training data, or labeled data. So it is labeled there, this is tiger. So the machine, for the machine it's easy, for the algorithm it's easy to segregate the photos of tigers. Once like that, we will train the machine learning model, we will train it, and after that we will test with unlabeled data, that is testing data. At that time, the machine has to predict whether this is tiger or not. So that is the testing of a machine learning model. First we need to train it with labeled data. After that we need to test it by using unlabeled data. So in the one more point I told you, um, I have told you the output we normally call it as, see, normal program we have input and output. For a machine learning model, the output we usually call it as the target vector or target variable. So that is the one important aspect. See, when you see, this is the a simple block diagram for this. See, we will give the training data. Training data means it's the labeled data to a machine learning algorithm. So linear regression, logistic regression, random forest, all these are all machine learning algorithms only. So we get training data we have given to the machine learning algorithm, and this we are training it and finally come up with a machine learning model. To this machine learning model we will give the testing data. This data is unlabeled and the machine learning model has to predict. This we call it as the prediction. So this prediction can be true or false. So that we call it as the error of a machine learning model. Error, how do we define error? Error is defined as the predicted value minus expected value. That is the error in the testing. So error is defined as the, in a machine learning model, error is defined as the predicted value minus expected value. In a more advanced way, we define a cost function. Actually, in terms of relations and functions in mathematics, you might have learned of relations and functions. You may be knowing what is an independent variable and a dependent variable. So this is, in terms of function, this error we define as a cost function, cost, cost, cost function. Error is, here you can understand, error is equal to predicted value minus expected actual value, predicted value minus actual value, or expected value. This is known as the expected or actual value. This is known as the error. Error in terms of a function, we will define it as a cost function. That is normally error we usually define in terms of a cost function. This is in terms of function in mathematics. You learn it what is a function. So this is the cost. This cost function defines the error. Error is the predicted value minus expected value. So this is a simple introduction to how do you train and how do you test a machine learning model. Thanks for watching.